Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location and streaming live on YouTube. We are bringing you non-conference boys lacrosse and the Edina Hornets from the southern suburbs to the western suburbs, and we are just underway, and the first goal was scored by Benilde at home 13 seconds into the match. And just like that, the undefeated Red Knights, they're 3-1. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us here on our production. And just like that, off the initial face-off, the Red Knights up 1-0 against the Hornets of Edina. Back to the center circle, number 7, Benji Watts. He won the first face-off, and now they are going to fight for this one. Face-off so critical in lacrosse. Here's the announcement. Play continues on the far side, 1-0 Red Knights. And the Red Knights in green with their first offensive possession, 11:20 to go, first quarter. And now the Red Knights will try that far left side. That's number 6 with it, Charlie Vellner. He's the junior coming right in, loses it on the great defensive play by number 2 for the Red Knights, Riley Murphy, who just had an assist on their first goal. He gets there first, clears the ball behind the net, and rushing it out with it is number 20, Nick Capo, the junior defender. Into the offensive zone for the Red Knights. Dodging there was Brady Marcus, the sophomore, now to the far flank. Very extended perimeter by the Hornets on defense to start out. And the Red Knights with a 1-goal lead, and now behind the net, number 1, Dylan Popane. My first match this year, he got hurt, but he looks like he's good to go 3 games later. And the Red Knights, I am really noticing how far out the Edina defense is pushing the Red Knights offense out. Now they're going to have to penetrate that really extended zone by the Hornets. They come in 3-0. Big matchup here at Benilde-St. Margaret's. Again, glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports as Popane now will get it out to the top of the key to number 5. That is Hunter Payer. Now to the right side to number 3, Sky Rolled, the captain, to number 6. That is Gus Bell. Bell back to 3. Rolled, comes in, fires, blocked in front by the goaltender for Edina. Wyatt Spindler, the sophomore, makes his first save of the night. Intercepted right in front, and the shot taken by number 21, David Langevin. And that goes to the wayside. Red Knights look like they will retain possession. As we look at that replay, Langevin went with that sidewinder shot. Now right off the whistle, the shot by Rolled and a goal. Number 2. For the Red Knights, scored by Sky Rolled, the senior captain, and just like that, the Red Knights establishing their dominance early on against the Hornets. They're not going to have any of that greenness in the red zone of Benilde, and there was that first replay, and now the aftermath of Rolled's goal celebrating. Here's the announcement, Rolled unassisted from behind the net. Does the wraparound, much like hockey. All right, back to the center circle, and the face-off by number 7. Again, Benji Watts, and this time the Hornets win it. They have been unable to sustain any type of offensive pressure. This will be their second four-way here into the first quarter, just under 10 minutes to go. In fact, under 9.5, first quarter. Now with it, number 2, 4. Is Stocko for Edina, and he'll trot in as things start to calm down. Both teams into their position with the ball now. Number 6 is Veher. He seems to be their captain on offense. Last time down, he was controlling all the actions of the ball. Now he gives it up behind the net. Edina now will try their own sky rolled shot. That's Eli Bussi. He loses it on defense. Forcing the ball loose was Nick Capo once again, having a great afternoon early on, and now it's picked up by number 2, Riley Murphy. And the defense of the Red Knights really establishing themselves here early on. Now goaltender, number 25 for the Red Knights. That is Esco, and he likes to run out of the net. I do recall that from our first broadcast on the first game of the season. That's something he likes to do. We'll keep an eye on whether that's always a wise decision. Sometimes you can get caught behind the net, but other times it's a great strategic move. This time now, Edina has it as they finally get back into the offensive zone. They have no shots on goal so far, and they've already given up 2 actual goals to the Red Knights as we're now approaching 8 minutes to go first quarter. All right, pass now to number 2. That is Drew Stucco, the junior. And he is also way out on the perimeter. So the Red Knights also pressuring the ball everywhere it goes on the outside perimeter, trying to keep any ball getting inside that semicircle in front of the net. All right, now here come the Red Knights. This time, number 10, Cooper Anderson, the junior, and he can't find any room. Another great defensive stand on that foray by Edina. Under 8 minutes to go first quarter. Fast-moving quarter. Now, Eli Busse. He comes around, spins, can't find a move. Now he finds a little bit of an opening, comes in, and it gets poke checked away by number 24, Edina, Nick Capo. Again, I call his name on defense. He's having a great night. Now they lose it. Inside now on the turnover, it's number 6, Vellner. He comes right in, and the save by Esko. Wow, what a... He just missed, okay. Sometimes I'm looking at my program to see who it is. Yes, he did miss wide left, and Esko was out of position there, and a golden opportunity goes by the wayside. Esko now gives it up to Popane, and now he'll rush it in. Look at the speed of Popane into the open zone, in the offensive zone, coming right in another goal. Or did it go? Nope, it was a save. I thought it was in from my angle. My goodness. All right, now Edina dodges a bullet there. They almost went down 3-0 just like that. Now the outlet pass connects to number 10 for Edina. That is Cooper Anderson, and now he's into the offensive zone. Gives it up to number 2, Drew Stucco. Edina looking for a goal here to stop the momentum, and now we have a timeout, Edina, and that makes sense. That comes with 6:33 to go here first quarter. The undefeated Hornets down 2-0. They were almost down 3-0. I still can't believe that didn't go in the net. I'd like to see the replay, how that save was made. But that's all right. So we look at the Red Knights, and there's nothing to talk about for those guys over there. Really, they are just playing spectacular. All right, here's that replay. Coming in and giving it, and it looked like it went against the side of the net. That's what happened. My goodness. Red Knights got to be feeling really good about where they sit here. And I don't know how they got that first loss. They were 1-0 after I last saw them. I think they won 20-2 or something like that. Yeah, 23-2. They beat Hudson, who had visited from the other side of the border. Then they went and took on Orono, beat them on the road 13-2. Centennial got smoked 23-0. And then they took a tough loss, a 1-goal loss to Bloomington Jefferson. You know, sometimes when you're as an elite team as the Red Knights, a loss like that can really motivate you, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. That makes a ton of sense to me. They just lost a 1-goal to Bloomington Jefferson, and now they are here to establish their dominance, and that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, following the timeout, the Hornets have the ball. Now to the near side. Number 2 with it for Edina. Rushes. Spins, and number 11 is Brady Marcus. He turns them right back. Boy, the defense is what the story is here tonight for the Red Knights. Now rushing that right side for Edina, Charlie Vayner. And now a miscue. And one thing you got to keep an eye on, that sun is setting due west right behind your camera angle. And as it gets lower, it's going to get into the eyesights of these players and can impact the play, in my opinion. Now fighting for it for the Red Knights, number 13, Raphael Johnson-Nixon, and that brings a flag and a whistle, a cross-check, and I think Johnson-Nixon's going to take a knee. Let's see the replay. Oh, there's the cross-check by Edina's number 6, Vellner. He's going to have a knee for sure, I would imagine. Yep, he's trotting off. And that's going to be a penalty against Vellner. That's not going to help things if you're an Edina fan watching here. They're down 2-0, and now they're going to be down a man. A power play opportunity for the Red Knights. 5:48 to go. First quarter. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Glad you're with us. All right, now the Red Knights with the player advantage. I'm not sure for how long, probably a minute. Now behind the net. Popane quickly, now to the top of the key to number 23. That's Jack Anderson. Quick ball rotation. And now the Hornets are really clamping in, and there's the goal from point-blank range. Number 16, Holton Vanderlinde with goal number 3 with the player advantage. That comes with 5:27 remaining. And look at the nice pass by Popane. He had all kinds of room, did Vanderlinde, and he just put everything into that, and that's got to be a great feeling. And you see the sky jump, the chest bump with his teammate. 3-0 Red Knights. I'll tell you, the worst thing that happened to Edina was Benilde losing that 1-goal game to Jefferson. I know, having played lots of sports, I would be super hyped up to come to the next opponent after a loss like that. And now the Red Knights are going to get it again on the infraction of the faceoff. So more trouble for Edina here in the first quarter. They're down 3-0, 5:22 to go. Rolled with it now to the near side, and he'll spin around, much like a speedboat coming around a dock and taking it easy. And now at the top of the key, number 16, Vanderlinde loses it as he tried to get it across. A rare, unforced error by Benilde. Turns it over to Edina. Can they turn it around? No, they can't. They're going to give it right back to the Red Knights. And this time, number 11, Brady Marcus with the long stick. Now to roll on the near side. He'll trot in over the 30. 3-goal lead, under 5 to go, just first quarter. Now Popane, so much speed as he rolls it. I like the confidence when you're rolling, and that's just telling the other opponents that you are so in control. You're not worried about it. I'm just going to roll it over to my teammate. Sends a psychological message of dominance. Now rolled. Love it. All right, he'll come in. Spin move, burns him. Now at the top of the key to number 16. That is Vanderlinde, who just got a goal recently. Now with it, number 6. Rushes to the right side, Gus Bell. Top of the key to number 21, Langevin. Maybe a relation to an NHL hockey player from the Islanders in the early 80s, Dave Langevin. Not sure. All right, now rushing, rolled, comes in. Behind the net, Popane. Nice ball rotation and good defense that time by the Hornets. Number 23 stopped that shot, Kragel. Now with it. Oh, the backhanded and the save. Nifty play there by the Red Knights, but right on the spot on defense was the goaltender for the Hornets. That's Wyatt Spindler. First save of the night, and a good one at that. And now saving it, ball loose. That was an incredible diving play by number 3, Eli Bousset. Meanwhile, the Red Knights back into the offensive zone with a long stick going down. Number 2, Riley Murphy, sacrificing his body and everything with that long stick. And watch him raise this thing. He's getting hacked from behind. He's got Edina Hornets on either side. Takes a hit from the left and bounces it in and beats Spindler for goal number 4. That comes with 3:26 remaining. And these Red Knights are on fire from the start. All right, now back to the center circle. Number 7 with it, Benji Watts. He'll go against number 26 for Edina. That's Emerson Sullivan. Ball loose. Edina picks it up, takes a hit. It's getting rough out there. Another hit. Now ball loose. Popane, he's got the speed, and he bounces it back, right back to Edina. Good move. He didn't want to take the hit if he tried to pick that up. I thought that was brilliant. Even though they lost the ball, he didn't need to get hurt. All right, now with it, number 7. This is Simonson. He's going to try to get it over the sideline, and he is struggling. The forecheck by the Red Knights, relentless. It forces an unforced error, if that's such a thing. Now all the way out of bounds and a turnover and back to the Red Knights. They are clearly on a mission tonight. All right, now Esco will gallop it up. Look at him. He likes to bring it all the way up himself. Why not? Comes all the way in. Can he score it? Why not? Burnham, go all the way through. Now back to the top. Wow, Esco way out of position. I've never seen anything like that. And we got a timeout now suddenly. I think that was taken by the Red Knights, and that comes with 2:34 remaining. And I've been doing lacrosse broadcasting here for a few years, maybe several, and I've never seen this Red Knights team so, I don't know what's the word, impassioned in how they're playing right out of the start. And again, I brought it up before, but it has to do with that 1-goal loss to Benilde. I remember Bud Grant used to tell everyone, it's not who you play, it's when they play them. And I would not want to catch the Red Knights after that loss. And Edina is feeling it right now as we look at the Metro West Conference standings. Jefferson 1-0 in the conference, 5-0. So that wasn't a terrible loss either, as it looks like Jefferson has a formidable team at a 5-0 start themselves. And I was looking at the schedule, they're not going to play each other. And I don't know if they'll meet in the sections. I'm not up on who actually goes against who. So that even tells me even more why the Red Knights are super psyched for this game. All right, quick timeout. They come out from the sidelines. 2:34 remaining, quarter number one. Our score 4-0. And just to remind you, you are watching ParkTV 16 Sports, courtesy of the taxpayers of St. Louis Park. Glad you're with us. Hope you're enjoying the match. All right, now with it for Benilde is number 6, Gus Bell. Bell now gets pushed back by Edina's number 22, Matthew Miller. Now Bell. Bell moves in, and a shot and a goal, just like that, following the timeout. And Bell loving that. The attacker, senior captain, puts the Red Knights up 5-0, and we're still 2:15 out from the conclusion of quarter number one. No trouble beating Spindler on that one. And we'll go back to the center circle. 2:15 remaining. 2:15 remaining on the clock. First quarter. Sun continues to set. The shadows stretching longer and longer as we go on. And there is a little bit of cloud cover. Rain is in the forecast, but not until tomorrow. Beautiful day here in Minneapolis, St. Paul metro area. 68 degrees. Although windy, 15 miles out of the southeast. Not sure how much wind impacts Lacrosse. I think it might impact it a little bit, but not significantly. Okay, now Popane. Behind the net now, the Red Knights. Substitution from the sideline. With it, number 6, Bell, who just scored, takes the shot, gets deflected by Spindler as it spins back behind the net. Picked up by the Hornets, number 8, Dylan Dubuc. And now the outlet pass, nicely completed to number 13, Lucky Hawes. And he goes down, turnover. Popane tried to save it, and a whistle. And who's going to get possession? Actually, we have a flag on the field in the Edina zone away from the play. And it looks like Red Knight might be taking a knee, and it is. It's Dylan Popane. He's going to take a knee. And it looks like it's going to be for 1 minute if I read the referee's hand signals properly. So a power play, their first of the evening for Edina. They're down 5-0. They're undefeated coming into tonight, and now they are down 5-0. And let's see if they can get some sort of offense going here. But so far, I don't even think they have a shot on goal. All right, now Edina with it. Number 4, Lincoln Gentry, the junior. To number 3, Bussy. Number 2 now, Stocco. They're taking their time, but they don't have a ton of time. Popane is already off his knee. He's ready to come onto the pitch here any minute, and Edina does not have a shot on goal yet. And now they are at full strength. No shots on goal. And that is a testament to the defense of the Red Knights as we're now well under a minute to go. 38 seconds and counting. Edina maybe looking to hold it for one last shot. If they hold it, they can't give up any more goals, can they? All right, now behind the net is number 3, Bussy. 27 seconds remaining, and now he loses it on his own accord. There's going to be a whistle, and I think they're going to call an infraction possibly against number 13, Raphael Johnson Nixon. And Edina just having a difficult time penetrating that perimeter defense by the Red Knights. Difficult is an understatement. They've been unable to penetrate it tonight so far. Now behind the net with 11 seconds to go. That is number 2 for the Hornets, Stocco. He loses it. And they have no answers for the Red Knight defense. 5.1 seconds remaining. Stocco will rush it in. He'll take one last attempt. He gets by the defender, tried to take a shot, but it was poke-checked away at the end by Riley Murphy, and that'll end quarter number 1. After 1 complete, our score, 5-0 Benilde. Come on back. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us.
Drownings are the #1 cause of accidental death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Designate an adult water watcher to watch kids in and around water. Save the phone calls and texts for when the kids are out of the water. Properly fence all pools with fences at least 4 feet high and with self-closing, self-latching gates. When above-ground pools aren't in use, remove the ladders. When pools aren't in use, cover them. Teach kids to stay away from drains. And if a child is missing, check the pool or spa first. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more. Because you never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
To ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We're about to begin quarter number 2 of this non-conference matchup between powerful Edina and even more powerful Benilde-St. Margaret's, and that is evidenced by what's on the scoreboard. 5-0 after 1 complete. Red Knights came out of the gate, scored a goal in the first, 12 seconds, and they have not let up on the gas. And now quarter number 2, and just looking at their body language, they are not going to let up on this match, not at all. All right, now face-off. This time Red Knights in white with red trim going left to right against the Green Hornets of Edina, fighting for that face-off, and they call a draw. No, they're going to give it to Edina. Looked like a draw to me, a tie. They should have let them keep playing. But again, I'm not an expert on the nuances of the rules of lacrosse. Thank you for bearing with me on that fact. All right, now to the near side. Number 10 with it. That is Cooper Anderson, and now he gives it over to number 6, Charlie Vellner. He possesses the ball most of any Hornet that I've seen so far. He's clearly the leader out there. Let's see what he can do. Number 6, looking for a space, can't get it, gets behind the net. To number 3, I think that's Bussy. Now to number 10, Cooper Anderson. Trying to do a spin move, found a little room, and he gored it. Edina gets on the board, just what the doctor ordered for the Hornets on the road, and they begin the second quarter exactly how they hoped. They were down 5-0, and look at that nice move, and the bounce shot beats Esco. Brilliant play by the Hornets. They're in the game now, up 5-1. And again, just what the doctor ordered if you're a Hornet fan. All right, now back to the center circle. Again, it's going to be number 7 for Benilde, Watts, against number 26, Sullivan. And this time, the Red Knights win that all-important face-off. Just underway here, second quarter. Glad you're with us. My name is Robert Christensen. Great lacrosse matchup, and the shot and a save by Spindler with the right side. Right leg, I should say. Usually in hockey, I say a pad. I'm not sure if he wears a pad or not, but his right leg made that save. That was brilliant as well. Now ball loose. Edina picks it up in the back zone, gets pushed away, and now ball loose, and the Red Knights come away with it, and they have it. No whistle on the play. Now with it, number 6, Gus Bell. They want to answer that goal back in the worst way. Guaranteed they don't want to give the Hornets any type of momentum. And here they are, their first offensive attempt in the second quarter. Now with it, Hunter Payer, number 5. He's a goal scorer as well. He'll bring it in. Go to the right side. He was relatively quiet in quarter number 1. Looks like they're going to feature him in quarter number 2. Now to the top of the key. Sky rolled. Rolled now. He shoots and scores. And they answer right back. Much like tennis, if you get broken on serve, you break right back, and that's exactly what the Red Knights did right there. Rolled went from this right side to his left side, showing his ability to go from his right to his left, and that's another goal for Rolled, his second of the night, to go along with 14 goals, 6 assists that he had coming into game 5 here, I should say. Now back to the center circle. So the Hornets, they had a little bit of hope there, and now they got to find it again. And it starts with the face-off. Again, this time the Red Knights, it's still loose. Who's going to get it? And still loose. Still loose. Still loose. Can't quite pick it up. It's so difficult. I've never played lacrosse, and that looks really difficult. Now the Hornets come away with it, and we got a whistle from the far side, and the Hornets call timeout, and I did see some frustration on the sideline by the coaches, something they didn't like that they saw, and that's what caused them to call the timeout in my estimation. Saw a hat hit the ground, and they need to talk to their team right there. They'll have the ball following the timeout, but they can't be happy about the fact that they gave up a goal after they got that one. And there you can see they're talking it over. And it's not easy when you're undefeated to come on the road and be down 5 goals that quick. It's not something that they're probably used to. Meanwhile, the Red Knights are huddling up on their side, and not a lot to talk about. But it'll give me an opportunity to talk about how cool the scene is here at the Red Knights campus as I was watching and listening to the national anthem coming in. Usually you go to major sports events and they have a flyover, and here you had 2 Canadian geese flying right over the field during the national anthem. I kind of thought, I go, that's a Canadian geese flyover, and only in Minnesota would you get something like that with the wildlife, high school sports, beautiful day, 65 degrees, late April. Can't get better than that if you're a Minnesotan. Okay, following the timeout, 9:47 to go. With it are the Hornets. Looking for some answers is Cooper Anderson. Anderson now to number 6, Vellner. Clearly the leader on the team, Vellner is. Let's see what he can do. Goes to the right side. Now behind the net. Bussy to Stacco. Stacco now will try the left side. He's got a little bit of room. Shot just wide left. Misses. Tried to go to that upper corner. There was a little bit of an opening, but he definitely would have needed to thread the needle to connect on that one. Hornets keep it, though. Now a spin move, number 15. That is Dietrich. Top of the key. Number 2 with it. Stacco, the captain. Looking for some answers. Being marked very closely by Brady Marcus for the Red Knights. Now Marcus almost forces a turnover. Stacco able to recover. There's a flag now, and the stick goes flying. Frustrations abound. And we're going to sort it out with the clock stopped with 8:44 remaining, second quarter. And that looks like number 11, Brady Marcus, is going to take a knee. That's called the penalty box in lacrosse. Or maybe not. Let's see. Yep, there he goes, down to the knee. That's the penalty box. I love it. All right, now here come the Hornets with a player advantage. They're not out of it at 6-1. I know I've watched enough lacrosse to know you can score rapid goals in a hurry. All right, now, a lot of game left here. Now with it, number 3, Bussy. And the underhand shot, and also taking a shot, was number 4, Gentry. As number 10 for the Red Knights. Put him down, Vinny Barrett, right there. No call on that. So some cross-checking seems to be allowed, but other cross-checks are not allowed. All right, shot! Flew wide, no, high over the crossbar by Vellner. There was some pace on that shot as you look at the Red Knight defender duck. I don't blame him there. I don't know how fast those balls go, but it can't feel good if you take one at full force. And there's a shot, and a bounce attempt goes wide left by number 3, Bussy. Just misses. So the Hornets getting closer to their second goal here. Wind still gusting out of the southeast, and a shot. Oh, I thought it was a goal for the Hornets, and it hit the side of the net. Esco now comes away with it. Near miss for the Hornets. Gotta be frustrating. All right, now the Red Knights trying to get it into the offensive zone, and he goes down. Ball loose, no call on the play. I'm not saying there should be, but he was down. Now, ball loose, still loose. My goodness, this is field hockey at its best. Shots there, shoulders being thrown, and Popane comes over it. Now he loses it, and now finally a whistle, and what is it gonna be, a timeout for the Red Knights. I didn't know you could call timeout in the middle of a play like that, but they did, and that rescued the play, didn't it? All right, now here's that near miss. Just wide left. Oh, on the side of the net, to the right side, yes. So Hornets, they're hanging in there. They're down 5. They actually have stopped the bleeding. They gave up 5 goals in quarter number 1, and they've only given up 1 halfway through or approaching halfway through quarter number 2. So if I'm Edina, that is an improvement. You're stopping the bleeding. Now you got to find ways to get goals, and that's exactly what they're talking about over there. And it feels like they're getting ever closer to figuring it out. So stay with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. This match is far from over. And there's a nice guy out there with his dog enjoying the beautiful greenery, and it is starting to green up around here. We're going to get some more rain tomorrow, warmer temperatures. It's a great time to be in Minnesota after the long winters. Although it was a warmer winter this year, it was still a winter. And this is the sweet spot for Minnesotans from now till November for sure. All right, now following the timeout taken by the Red Knights. And that's going to result in their possession of the ball. And it just occurred to me, being somewhat of a novice lacrosse announcer, that because I didn't think either team really had possession of the ball when that timeout was called, but maybe I was wrong about that. It must have been. What if you call timeout and no one has possession? I don't know if that, maybe that's where the rule is. All right, now here comes the Red Knights on offense, up 5 goals, 7:09 remaining second quarter. Popane with a backhanded scoop pass, got deflected, picked up by Rold. Now behind the net, Popane. He'll try, he's very quick, that kid. Spin move, coming right back in, loses control of the ball, as I thought might happen. Hornets pouncing on it, ball still loose, Spindler comes away with it. And he had Red Knights all around him, nice outlet pass. And he gets it to number 7, that's Simonson. Simonson still with it, and he's getting surrounded. He needed to give it up a little sooner than that. I think it's good if you don't hold the ball for very long against the Red Knights, or they're going to converge. And now going down for the Hornets, Paul Sargent, the senior captain. And a whistle is going to result in possession to the Hornets, and that again is Vellner. Charlie Vellner now takes a shot from behind. And he'll trot into the offensive zone on that right side. All right, they'll set up their offense. Now back out. Stucco. Stucco will try that right hash mark. He'll be guarded by Marcus, Brady Marcus. Now Vellner. Nope, that was number 15. Excuse me, that was Dietrich. Now with it, number 10, Cooper Anderson. To the far side, Stucco. Stucco now tries that right side, goes behind the net, an unexpected pass. Dietrich, I don't think, saw it. And that's an unforced error by Edina. They can't afford those, down 5 goals with 5:45 to go in the second quarter. And now look at that great pass at midfield to Rold. He beats the defender, kept his balance in the shot in the goal. Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable. Outlet pass. 2 passes and a goal. They covered 75 yards. How efficient is that? As Esco rushed it out. Hit Rolled. 45 yards downfield. He takes a hit right there. Almost goes down. Keeps the ball in his basket. Has the wherewithal to find number 6 Gus Bell, who delivers the shot in the upper left-hand corner and beats Spindler for goal number 7. 7-1 comes with 5:34 to go in the second quarter. All right, now face off again. I'll tell you what, the Hornets didn't want to face the Red Knights after that loss to Jefferson. They are just not letting up tonight. Now with it, Bell. Centering pass right in front, Popane, and he gets denied by Spindler. Great save by the Edina Hornet goaltender. Ball loose in the corner and out of bounds, and Hornets get it. 7-1 score, 5:12 remaining. Spindler with it. Now, an unforced error. Those little things matter so much in lacrosse, it feels like. Gotta make those fundamental passes, it feels like, absolutely. And now an unforced error deep in their own zone after a great defensive play, too. A little demoralizing if you're a Hornet fan. All right, now here come the Red Knights. Up 6. 4:53 remaining, quarter number 2 with it for the Red Knights. That's number 16, Vanderlinde. He's got a goal. He gives it to... Who is that? That is number 1, Propane. Look at the quickness here. Oh, he jumped high and went low and beat Spindler. That is pure athleticism right there on display by Dylan Popane, the junior midfielder attacker. And it's 8-1. Hey, the mercy rule comes into play. It's a 10-goal lead in the second half. What's that? Oh, it's 12 for the guys. We did a girls' game the other night. It's 10 there. But it's definitely part of the conversation already. 4:38 to go. And now the ball lost again by Edina. Now with it, number 19. That is cool. And he loses it. Picked up by the long stick by number 22, Jack Bourget, the captain. And now a whistle, ball out of play and a turnover, this time an unforced error by the Red Knights. And that stops the clock momentarily with 4:20 to go. Now we're ready to go again. Clock winding down in the second quarter. Fast-moving game here. Now with it is number 6, Charlie Vellner. Vellner now with it. He'll try and go against number 13, Raphael Johnson-Nixon. And Vellner takes a hit. Backward somersault. Flag comes from the officials on the near side. And I think that's going to be a penalty against the Red Knights. Here's that replay. Oh, yeah, he lowered the shoulder on Vellner. And that's going to cost the Red Knights a player. Let's see who's going to trot off. It looks like it's going to be number 11, Brady Marcus. Here's that replay. And from the left side, right there, he lowers the shoulder on Vellner. That's not okay. I'm sure that's a penalty. And it's going to go against number 13, Raphael Johnson-Nixon. Much like a linebacker filling a hole, he lowered that shoulder. They're not going to have that. So now a player advantage for the Hornets and a chance here to get some momentum going again. And Vellner's going to take it from the top of the key. Esco saved it. Gives up the rebound, though. Now picked up by number 24, Judah Johnson-Nixon. Obviously a relative of Raphael. And now the ball loose. Hornets still have the player advantage. Now Vellner. He looks up. That was a great look by Vellner, how he had his head up. He saw the player wide open, but now they'll set up their offense. Enjoyed that. That was great. All right, now Vellner at the top of the key. Keeping his head up, a shot. Bounces it wide left, out of bounds. And the whistle, and who's going to get possession here? I can't tell, to be honest. And now the official's going to come over to the sideline. There's going to be a penalty for 1 minute, and it looks like it's going to be number 22 taking a knee for the Red Knights. So another player advantage for the Hornets. That's Jack Bourget. I want to say Bourget because that would be the French way. That's obviously a French name, but in America, we call it that. So it's Bourget. I hope I'm right about that for the captain. All right, now Hornets with a player advantage. Looking to get something going here. Ball loose. Golden opportunity for the Hornets. Goes by the wayside. Is Esco able to finally pick it up? And a whistle, and they're going to give the ball back to Edina. And they're going to start with number 2 on the far side, Drew Stucco. 3 minutes exactly remaining, quarter number 2. Wind continues to blow. The flags are horizontal. Typical April day in Minnesota with the wind. All right, especially in the spring. Shot deflected, and that's the defense of the Red Knights. My goodness. Just can't find an opening against these guys. Edina. All right, now play back underway. 2:38 to go. Vellner, back return pass. That was nifty. Love that. Now with it, number 3, Bussy. Quick shot taken by number 10, Cooper Anderson, and it goes out of bounds, and they're going to award possession back to the Red Knights with a 7-goal lead with 2:22 and counting in the second quarter. Esco, now they're trying to take advantage of his penchant to go outside the goal. I certainly would try to take advantage of that if I could. And now here comes rolled inside. He tried to do a short, nifty pass to number 6, Bell. And on the dead run, couldn't quite connect. And a turnover gives it right back to the Hornets with 2:06 remaining. All right, now Hornets looking for some answers here late. Something to build momentum going into halftime. 1:56 remaining. Spindler brings it out. Now to midfield, and the turnover just like that, and the Red Knights have it back. As the sun continues to set. The clouds starting to come in. The lights are on here, and we're at 1:40 to go. Quarter number 2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Gus Bell cuts back around. Centering pass right in front to Payer, and he hits the crossbar. Ball loose. Play continues on, and the Hornets have it. That is number 10 rushing it, Cooper Anderson. He's got space, and he's got players with him. Looking right. Boy, I think they hold on to it too long. It allows the Red Knights to kind of crowd them. I'm not a coach, but that would be one thing. You got to give it up. And he gave it up all right. Back to the Red Knights with 1:07 to go. And I would coach that. You got to pass the ball when you're feeling those guys coming on you. That's how you get the advantage. But if you hold it, you're just going to be a magnet, right? All right, now we're going to bring the play all the way back into the Red Knight zone. Clock stopped with 1:07 remaining. And they set it up. All right, now, and there is a penalty. We got a Hornet on his knee. So a power play advantage for the Red Knights with a 7-goal lead with 1:07 remaining, quarter number 2. Rolled behind the net. Popane to the near side. That's Bell back to Popane. And their ability to pass the ball is just superior, isn't it? Look at this. It's like a military exercise, isn't it? I mean, unbelievable. Now Popane. Good defense by Edina. Now he's looking to the referee for some help, but that's not going to help. And the shot goes wide right by number 16, Vanderlinde, looking for his second of the night. Here's that replay by Vanderlinde. Just misses as it got deflected, I think, by Spindler. Now right on the doorstep, Popane, he couldn't handle, he gets it in. He rolled it in. What a brilliant shot by Popane, being present in the moment. And that brings some fans off their feet. They saw the brilliance of that shot because he, first of all, fumbled it to begin with. And he goes, you know what, I'll just roll it in like croquet. And that's exactly what he did. He took a little parting shot from Edina's number 22. I can't blame him, Miller. And now it's 9-1 with 31.4 seconds remaining. And we go back to the center circle with just 31.4 to go. And they're going to kick out number 7, Watts. Oh, no, they called an infraction against Edina, I can only imagine. I'm not sure what it is, but that's what they did. All right, now here come the Red Knights with an 8-goal lead and the ball. 23 seconds remaining. And they're going to hold on to it for a last shot here for sure. Now Bell. Red Knights in cruise control here late in quarter number 2. Looking to add to their lead, 6 seconds to go. Rolled with the spin move, he takes the shot, and it goes wide left out of bounds. Clock stopped with 1.6 remaining. Bell has it. They're looking for a bang-bang play, and there they tried to get it to roll. Ball, and they score it, but it's after the whistle, and that's the end of quarter number 2. Our score at halftime from Benilde-St. Margaret's. It's 9 Benilde, 1 Hornets. Come on back for quarter number 3.
We got out of Washington State, and I think a week after, state went on lockdown for COVID.
So then when we transitioned to Texas, it was very much so like, what are we going to do now?
Operation Homefront has allowed our family to make something of ourselves again in the world after the military.
It's completely changed the way our life is. It took us from a hopeless situation, and now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
ParkTV 16 Sports on location, bringing you non-conference boys lacrosse. The Red Knights of Benilde-St. Margaret's at home following a loss to Bloomington Jefferson just the other day, ruining their perfect season. They're 3-1, but they have showed up tonight, dominating this first half of play. 5-0 lead in the first quarter. Early in the second, it was 5-1. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us here at the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Full parking lot out there. Good crowd on hand. And the Red Knights are holding court at home, up 9-1, and they're about to begin quarter number 3, 12 minutes on the clock. 9-1 our score. Sun is setting behind us. Temperatures dropping ever so slightly. Wind still 15 miles an hour out of the southeast. Southeast is good. That's where the warm weather's come from. We were here just the other night and the winds were out of the northeast and it was quite a bit colder. All right, now to the center circle. Half number 2. If you're a Hornet fan, you want to kind of erase that first half, pretend it's 0-0 and go out there and try and score and then look up at the end of the third and see if you're within striking distance. That would be how I would frame it if I was Edina. And now the ball is going to go to Edina. So a little bit of a break for them to begin quarter number 3, 12 minutes on the clock, and a flag goes up as number 2, Stocko, loses his stick, and we're going to have a penalty coming up against number 22, Jack Bourget. And an advantage for the Red Knight. There's Bourget. He'll go over and have a knee. That's the invisible penalty box on the sideline. Let's see, there he goes. We just missed the knee part. And now the Hornets with a player advantage. I believe it's going to be for 1 minute. All right, now, here is number 6. That, again, is Vellner, the junior. Top of the key, back to Vellner. They know they got to get it going here early on. Now, right on the doorstep, and a shot and a goal, and that's exactly what they needed. If you're a Hornet fan, Lincoln Gentry, he came into the match with 6 goals on the season. Nice pass by Cooper Anderson. That's his 5th assist on the year, and that goal comes in the first minute of play, 9-2. And the Hornets, whatever was talked about at halftime with Lincoln Gentry and the other folks on the Hornet team, it worked, and it's 9-2. So one thing I was just thinking, with as much energy as the Red Knights came into that first half after their loss to Bloomington, they may lose their focus and energy here with such a big lead, and that would be what you'd have to guard against, is the mental letdown. And now the Hornets, after their first goal, get the ball right back without giving one up, and that's a mental confidence builder if you're a Hornet fan. Now back to Spindler. They are still in this match, and now the outlet pass is ill-intended and intercepted, and now Popane reaches out, and now he's got speed. He's got a direct line at the goal, and it gets deflected by Spindler. What a save by the Hornet goaltender. Popane had him point blank, one-on-one, and the save was made, and now the Hornets into the offensive zone. 9-2, and they've got the ball. Now to number 4. That is Lincoln Gentry. To the near side to Stocko, the captain. Stocko now will trot back. Early in the third quarter, you're watching ParkTV 16. Centering pass almost connects, deflected, and good defense again by the Red Knights. Number 22, that again is Bourget. And now Esco gets it out. Nice pass into the offensive zone. Connects with number 13, Raphael Johnson-Nixon. And the pass to rolled. And a goal by the Red Knights as they answer right back with 10:04 to go in the third quarter. And our score now is 10-2. What action here at McQuinn Athletic Complex. Nice pass by Johnson-Nixon, and the outlet pass by Esco. He should get an assist. Let's listen to see if they credit the goaltender Esco with a second assist. Here's the announcement. Rolled with the goal. Raphael Johnson-Nixon with the assist. Well, I would give the assist to Esco, the goaltender. He really sparked that play as he got the ball all the way past midfield to Raphael Johnson-Nixon, who then found the eventual goal scorer. Now, Red Knights up 10-2 and with the ball again. So just when the Hornets got a great start, they gave up that goal. Tough sledding here in St. Louis Park for the Hornets so far. Now with it rolled as the sun continues to set. Wind still gusty out there, 14 miles out of the southeast. Now with it rolled again. He's got 3 on the night. He tried to bounce a shot. It went wide right, out of bounds, and they're going to award the possession back to the Red Knights. I sometimes can't tell exactly why they award it to one team or the other. It's really sort of fuzzy from up here in the press box, and with my lack of some knowledge here. All right, now here are the Red Knights. Popane, clearly maybe the fastest guy out there. Well, you can't be clearly and maybe, but it felt like he's clearly the fastest guy out there. Now out behind the net, nice move by number 7, that's Watts. Now top of the key to number 21, David Langevin. Popane fakes the shot, gives it up, shot in the goal! He caught the upper right-hand corner by number 16, Holton Vanderlinde. The sophomore midfielder gets his second of the evening and puts the Red Knights up again right there. Nothing the goaltender could do with the velocity. I was at the Twins game earlier today. They talk about exit velocity. I don't know what the exit velocity is off that shot in Lacrosse, but that would be an interesting stat one day to come up with to see how quick that ball is. And 11-2 is our score, 8:48 to go. And the face-off to the center circle, and the Red Knights almost came away with it. Maybe the Hornets this time. Still loose on that far side, and finally coming up with it in the basket, number 2, Riley Murphy. But they award it to the Hornets on the infraction. 8:35 to go. Now with it, Stocco. Top of the key, Vellner. The junior midfielder. The point guard of the Lacrosse offense. Now gives it up, coming off the sideline, number 15, Lyle Dietrich, the junior. Now gives it back to Vellner. Dietrich now will take a position as both teams take a deep breath here as we approach 8-minute mark of quarter number 3. And now a little miscue. Those little passes matter so much. Ball loose and he comes away with it. Spins around and it gets deflected out of there. And that's when you got to give up the ball. You hold it too long. And now the outlet pass. Esco can't pick it up, but now struggling with it, but now getting it is number 24, Judah Johnson-Nixon, as he outlets it to no one. Midfield turnover to the Hornets. And now they'll spin back around. That is number 8 with it, Dylan Dubuck. And now coming out, Spindler. He likes to come out of the net too. Oh, he misses the outlet pass, and a turnover, perhaps it is. Scooping it up, Nick Capo, and then a whistle, and I think we have a timeout on the field taken by Edina. And that'll stop the clock with 7:21 remaining, quarter number 3. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube, and you're looking at the beautiful backdrop of this marsh that surrounds this athletic complex. So beautiful. I was talking earlier, we had Canadian, there's the flag. Speaking of the flag during the national anthem, I have to mention it again because I thought it was so poignant how these 2 Canadian geese, just as the song, flew right over the middle of the field. And it's just quite a sight here in Minnesota to be outside watching great lacrosse action with such a great woods surrounding in such a near suburb of this Twin Cities area. You can't beat it. And there is Old Glory looking good as we can see the trees budding in the background, spring emerging right before your eyes, and you're watching top level lacrosse, high school style, and you're watching ParkTV 16. Glad you're with us. All right, now the timeout concluding. Hornets just looking for some answers here. Down a whopping 9 goals with 7:21 to go, quarter number 3. And that'll also allow me an opportunity to talk about who the leading scorers are for the Red Knights. I was able to look up those statistics. Gus Bell came into the match with 17 goals, 13 assists. Sky Rolled had 14 goals, 6 assists. And I'll list the others next time we have a break. Now, meanwhile, play continues. 7:14 to go, quarter number 3. Dylan Popane with that speed gets over into the offensive zone, comes in the left side, had a little bit of an angle. He'll turn back around. Now beats the defender, comes right in and scores it. That's just pure talent and brilliance right there by Dylan Popane. Watch, he lulled the defender, went right, cut back left, Barry Sanders style, comes right in, and at shoulder level, beat the goaltender to the right. And he's having a great night, Dylan Popane, just a junior and clearly a leader on this team on offense. He mans the behind the net zone most of the time. And as I mentioned, we were here for their opener, and he got hurt and didn't return, and it looks like he has weathered that minor injury. No ill effects that I can see watching him. And here's the announcement. 12-2 lead, 10-goal lead. Popane, unassisted. Now again, the Red Knights following the faceoff, takes a shot from behind that draws a hand and a whistle, and that's going to be an infraction against Edina. And the Red Knights will have it. That is Raphael Johnson-Nixon. Now gives it to Rold, who comes in along with number 16, Holton Vanderlinde. That's Vanderlinde, number 16. He's got 2 goals on the evening. Now coming off the sideline, rested with a full head of steam is number 23, Jack Anderson, and he comes in, his shot misses the mark. Anderson has 3 goals on the year coming into tonight. None tonight so far. That was his first shot on goal, and it'll go for the Hornets with 6:16 remaining. Spindler, outlet pass to number 10, Cooper Anderson. He's their leading scorer, 11 goals on the year with 4 assists. Haven't heard much from him, and he got a poke checked away, but he's able to pick it up. Spins around, he's got his head up looking for an open man. Now he gets it to number 6. That is Vellner. Vellner turns around. Tight defense on the perimeter. They're holding that ball awful long. He's got no one out there with him, does he? Everyone's deep. Now they finally come out to help him out. Now number 15, Dietrich. Top of the key. And they are looking, not a lot of moving around on the offense. Looks like the Hornets are standing around a lot. And now to the top of the key, number 3, Bussy. Turns back around. Winds continuing to gust here. Sun is set, lights are on. And now with it, number 4, top of the key, Gentry, way out as Judah Johnson-Nixon playing good defense for the Red Knights. Now here comes Cooper Anderson. He gets it, poke checked away out of his basket, and turnover, and rushing it out of the right side, taking shots and going down is number 22 for Benilde, Jack Bourget. Now deep into Hornet territory. Popane tried to pick it up, ball loose, Spindler scoops it up, and now a whistle will stop the clock with 4:49 remaining. And we've got a penalty, I believe. And it looks like maybe, oh, there's a guy, Hornet on his knee. So it's going to be a player advantage. There he is. That's number 2 for Edina. Drew Stocko, the junior captain midfielder. Probably for 1 minute, and a power play opportunity for the Red Knights, looking to expand their lead with 4:49 remaining in quarter number 3. Now on the far side, Bell, Popane to the near side, rolled, a near miss by him, ball loose, still loose, batting at it, rolled, and he gets it to number 16, Vanderholde. Nice job by the Red Knights recovering on their miscue. Now Popane behind the net to the slot. Pass near side, rolled. He kind of ran without catching it, just like in football sometimes. He kind of didn't look it all the way into his basket, and a turnover and a chance for the Hornets. With 4:14 to go in their own territory, they'll rush it out. And nice job holding it out in front of him is number 12, Matthew Zach, the senior, and a shot. And a save by Esco. Nice job by Zach, coming all the way in from deep in defensive territory. I like that idea, though. Coming all the way in. They're looking for a place to get goals, and that actually almost worked for Zach. I like that idea. Very creative, excellent opportunity. All right, now, Hornets still maintain possession behind the net. Eli Bussy. Bussy now looking right in front. Oh, and a nice opportunity goes by the wayside, Lyle Dietrich, as the defense collapsed on him very quickly. That was number 11, Brady Marcus. And again, I am still impressed with the defense of the Red Knights. Right there, another example by Raphael Johnson-Nixon, just keeping Edina far away from that net. Now on the far side, behind the net, maybe a chance here, making a move, coming around, a shot by Bussey. Goes wide right and out of bounds. Edina will retain possession. Clock stop momentarily with 3:08 remaining. Here's that replay by Zach. Coming right in, rushing about 75 yards, and a great shot there. Almost handcuffed. In fact, I think he did handcuff Esco, who was able to get his left ankle on it. Maybe a little bit by accident, not to diminish and validate how good a play it was, because his position was perfect, which is why he saved it. But what an opportunity for Zach. Even though he didn't score, that would be a highlight for me if I were him. All right, now, meanwhile, flag on the play. Clock shows 3 minutes, and it looks like number 11 is going to be rung up here. Brady Marcus, or maybe he's injured. Let's see if he takes a knee. For penalty purposes, he's coming over to the invisible penalty box. Yep, right there it is. He's not in church. That's a penalty. All right, now, meanwhile, 3 minutes remaining. Although if you love lacrosse or any sport or anything you're into, it is sort of like a church, isn't it? So he's on his knee for 1 minute. Hornets. In the slot, a shot, and a goal. Number 10 for Edina. Cooper Anderson, their leading scorer, gets on the board, his 12th of the year. And they need to get him going, don't they? And that was a brilliant bounce shot. Esco never saw it. Sometimes this dusk light can impact that as well. But that was a great goal by Cooper Anderson, the junior. 12th on the year to go along with 4 assists. And it's 12-3 Edina with Red Knights with 2:47 remaining. Back to the center circle for the face-off. Still not out of the realm of possibility for the Hornets to get back in this. 14, almost 15 minutes remaining, and I've seen lacrosse games where you can rattle off goals in a hurry. All right, now here come the Red Knights on the far side with it. Behind the net, Gus Bell. 2:30 remaining. Substitutions on the fly. That's also much more like hockey other than basketball. You can substitute while the play is going on. Basketball only during a timeout. Soccer only during a timeout, not lacrosse. All right, now Bell taking his sweet time here, and you wonder if that's not the strategy. If they sense that Edina is getting some momentum here, they might now be playing the clock a little bit. It certainly feels that way right now with 1:56 to go in quarter number 3, and that's going to force Edina to come out and play them, and that's also going to make them vulnerable. Inside to Hunter Payer, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Great pass in the open middle, and Hunter Payer made him pay. His name is apropos for that shot. Nice job by Hunter Payer taking that pass. Payer, he came in with 7 goals on the year. That's going to be his 8th of the year to go along with 5 assists. And that puts the Red Knights back up by 10 with 1:46 remaining. Back to the center circle. And just when Edina tries to get some momentum, the Red Knights just shut the door. Now the ensuing face-off picked up by Raphael Johnson-Nixon to the far side. That looks like Bell coming around. It is Gus Bell, captain, leading scorer, coming in, spin move right on the doorstep, and Spindler denies him. What a great save by Spindler, taking down the mighty Gus Bell, and he was point blank, eyeball to eyeball in the penalty circle, and Spindler denies him. Great courage by that goaltender, Edina. All right, now meanwhile, back in the offensive zone for Edina. We got a timeout by the Hornets with 1:11 remaining in quarter number 3. And Coach Andy Lee for the Hornets wants to talk it over. His team down 10, and now we can look at Edina's upcoming schedule. After tonight, they will host St. Michael Albertville. Then they're on the road for Chew, out to the western suburbs, Wayzata, then to the northern suburbs, Blaine. Then Buffalo coming all the way in from Wright County. That's a good hour bus ride. When I was playing sports at Shakopee, Buffalo was in our conference. We would make that bus ride and farther. Hutchinson, I think, was the farthest was in our conference back then. Then they go to Eden Prairie. Heck, they could walk that. Then Minnetonka. They could take an Uber to that. Then Hopkins, St. Louis Park, they host, and they finish with 3 home games. And then they're going to get Bloomington Jefferson, and they are surprisingly good this year. They're 5-0 on the year, 1-0, and they beat the Red Knights. So that would be a great game to go watch if you're an Edina fan, against Bloomington Jefferson to conclude their season right before the sections in late May, and that is just a month away. Unbelievable how fast the year is going. All right, now following the timeout, our score remains 13-3, 1:11 remaining. Edina with the ball. They just had their timeout, and I'm looking to see if there's any changes in goal. Nope, same Spindler, Esco for the Red Knights, and we're back underway. 1 minute remaining in period number 3. Cooper Anderson, who just got their last goal. They really need to get that guy going here, and now he gives up the ball just like that, and now he takes a hit from Raphael Johnson-Nixon. He's slow to get up, and there was a whistle. And I would think there'd be a penalty against Benilde-St. Margaret's, but maybe not. They're just going to award possession, so that would be the consequence, is they lose possession on that whistle. Now with it, number 17, Griffin Moen, the junior, being pushed deep out. That was number 6, Vellner. Cooper Anderson, he's getting double teamed. The Red Knights know he's their leading scorer. Can't connect, and finally does. Now, rushing in from the near side, Bussy! Cooper Anderson tried to thread the needle from a really tight angle. Almost did it, but it goes by the wayside, and it looks like Edina's going to retain possession. Clock stop with 22.4 seconds remaining. And the officials pick up the flag, and it looks like Red Knight is going to take a knee. Lots of knees going on tonight. That's going to be Jack Anderson, and a player advantage for Edina with 22 seconds remaining. Play underway. Clock winding down, waning moments. Quarter number 3 on ParkTV 16 Sports. That is Stocko. Now Cooper Anderson to the near side to number 15, Dietrich, and the shot and a goal. And Edina scores late with 2.8 seconds remaining. Nice job. I think it's going to go to number 15 on the return pass. No, there's the shot and a goal. I think that was Vellner, number 6 with the goal. And he's clearly one of the leaders out there. So good for number 6 for Edina. They cut the lead back to single digits, the deficit, I should say. 13-4, 2.8 seconds remaining. And boy, I've got the window open here in the press box. The wind is blowing in here. The temperatures are dropping. Not brutal cold, of course. And there is the whistle signaling the end of quarter number 3. So after 3 complete from the McQuinn Athletic Center, our score 13-4. Stay tuned for quarter number 4. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports.
Your story doesn't have to end. As an organ donor, the good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives through organ donation. Sign up to give the gift of life after you're gone. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will too. Sign up online today as an organ, eye, and tissue donor at organdonor.gov. It saves lives.
TV16 Sports on location. The location is the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's, and we're bringing you Red Knight boys lacrosse taking on the Hornets of Edina. Our score 13-4. Great action here. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. Quarter number 4 underway. Red Knights 3-1 on the year. Hornets undefeated. And now we're underway, and the Hornets have it, and they've got to get going here to get back in this one. And lacrosse can be a fast-scoring game, and they can make it up in a heartbeat, but they got to have everything go their way. And now a flag on the play, and playing it is number 3. That is Eli Bussey. And they're going to have it, and there's going to be a penalty coming up against the Red Knights. So already a power play with 11 and a half to go in the match. With it, number 2, Stocko. Stocko jukes left, cuts right on the far side, being closely guarded by number 33, Cole Langevin for the Red Knights. Now behind the net, number 4 with it for Edina, Lincoln Gentry. He's one of their leading scorers. 6 goals on the year with 1 assist and a whistle. And a turnover, I believe, as they sorted out. 11:08 remaining in quarter number 4. Another flag on the play. And these teams are very physical. And I'm sure they know each other well. They're only several miles apart, maybe 5 as the crow flies. All right now, maybe a little more than that, but not much. All right now, Hornets with it. Bussey with a player advantage for a minute early in the 4th. Cooper Anderson, nice ball rotation by the Hornets. Best I've seen tonight. Clean passes, now the push. Now Gentry, or excuse me, that was Vellner. Stocko, Cooper Anderson. Good ball rotation here. Got to find some opening in the middle, though. Down by this many goals, they got to make something happen. And that perimeter defense is really formidable. The shot deflected by the midsection of Esco. The rebound in front of him. Nobody there for the Hornets to scoop it up. And out to help him on the rebound was number 20, Nick Capo, as he gets it to Esco, and now he'll rush it out. Nice outlet pass to number 6, Gus Bell. Bell now in the offensive zone to a wide open number 23, Jack Anderson. The shot and a goal! Anderson! I think it's his 2nd of the night and 5th on the year. And number 23, the junior, cuts left, unleashes the shot and beats Spindler over his left shoulder inside that right post to tally goal number 14 and a 10-goal lead with 10 minutes remaining. Exactly. In the 4th. And the wind continues to blow here, maybe even more stronger than it was at the beginning of the match about an hour and a half ago. All right, now, back to the center circle, and I don't understand that. My goodness, why they just don't let them face that off. I'm not sure what the infraction is for the life of me. You'd think you'd be able to figure it out by looking at it, but I can't tell. But I do know this, the Red Knights have it, and they got a double-digit lead with under 10 to go. Coming off a tough loss against Jefferson. And they have really not let up all night long, these Red Knights. The intensity, the passion, and the competitiveness. It's like they've been on a mission, like they just lost a game they didn't feel they should have lost. And if you've ever played any sports and you've come off a loss, you know that feeling well. All right, now here come the Hornets on the turnover with 9:28, clock stop momentarily. All right, back underway. No, they're going to give it back to the Red Knights. Gus Bell in the near corner, hovering around the, what's that, the 12-yard line. And the referees are sorting out, picking up the laundry. There's been a lot of yellow laundry on the field tonight. To be expected in a physical game against 2 major rivals in high school sports. It doesn't matter what they're playing. When Edina and Benilde get together, it's going to be a war. Now, Red Knights. And I mean that in a good sense, of course. All right, now, great competition. Now on the far side, Red Knights rolled. Good ball rotation, Popane. Back out to roll, top of the key, minor miscue for the Red Knights. Now with it, Jack Anderson. In the corner, Gus Bell tried to thread the needle. Tough angle and a great save by Spindler. Nice outlet pass to Vellner. Vellner will bring it up. Now he gets turned back around. He's looking for, oh, that's number 8, not Vellner. I thought it was number 6. That's number 8, Dylan Dubuc. And now Spindler launches it all the way down. Almost looked like he was going to play catch with the goaltender, Esko. And I can't blame him for wanting to clear the ice there. It's almost like icing in hockey. Just get it out of here. And maybe not a bad idea, but the Red Knights, and now they lose possession, so maybe not such a dumb idea there by Spindler. Now with it, number 3, Bussy. 8:16 remaining. Hornets looking for some traction on offense here as we are approaching the midway point of quarter number 4. Bussy now. Right in front, Cooper Anderson, and Esko saw that all the way. It was at eye level. Quick outlet pass to Rolled, and it gets intercepted by Cooper Anderson. He finds his teammate right in front, but there is Johnson Nixon to put it away. That was Judah this time, and Edina comes away with it. Nice job by Edina to retain possession with under 8 minutes to go. Now, with it, Vellner. Gets pushed by Jack Anderson. Vellner tries to beat him, comes right in on Esko. Esko deflects it, and the ball goes behind the net. Edina, Paul, and play continues on. Under 7.5 to go in quarter number 4. Now, Vellner, top of the key to number 7. Simonson. No, that's now number 2, Stacco. His shot gets deflected off Esko's stick and out of bounds. And here is Stacco with that shot, and Esko just got a piece of it. Otherwise, that would have been a goal for Edina. Clock stop with 7:15 remaining. And a 10-goal lead. Still the case here. And you can see the wind blowing. There's the Minnesota flag and the Red Knight flag in your upper left-hand corner. It is really gusting out there. But the temperatures are relatively warm, and these players, they're not feeling it at all. The wind, though, may have some impact, I feel, especially if you're running into it. Okay, now Vellner to the far side to Stacco. Behind the net. Now to the near side, Bussy. Top of the key, Vellner to Cooper Anderson, the leading scorer. Back to Vellner, gives it up. Back to Vellner. Good ball rotation. Still can't penetrate the iron curtain of the Red Knight defense there. Nice pass, Vellner. Inside to Cooper Anderson. Finally, they get an inside pass there. They've been few and far between, and Cooper Anderson had to rush it, and his shot went wide left low. Stopped the clock with 6:34. Now we're back playing. Hornets still with it. Top of the key, Vellner. Now he'll take a shot. Deflected, rebound, bounces back out. Hornets now. They have a player advantage, and it's showing here with their possession, and now that shot deflected by Esko, and he picks it up. Quick outlet pass, connects at midfield. Nicely done. Down to the near side to number 27, loses it momentarily. Tyler Kirshner, the freshman, now into the match. And we have a whistle and a timeout. It looks like the Red Knights, as we go to that replay, as Esko just got a piece of that. And a timeout on the field comes with 6:04 remaining. And again, I think the Red Knights took that timeout. I think Coach Giuseppe Palermo had some substitutions that he wanted to talk to them about their positioning and so forth, even though they've got a insurmountable lead, I'd say, with 6:04 to go. They want to make sure they're still coaching and teaching out there at the heart of all of this. That's what sports is about, and that's what they're doing right there. And we'll look at the Red Knights schedule. So after tonight's home game, they've got 4 games on the road, and they're going to be going all over the place, aren't they? Chaska into the River Valley, then Lakeville North over the River Valley into the Southern Plains, and then Stillwater to the far east side and the St. LaCroix River. And then all the way up to Moorhead. And what's that, the Red River up there? So they're going to get a good view of the state of Minnesota, aren't they? Chaska, Lakeville, Stillwater, 3 points surrounding the metro area, and then all the way up to Moorhead, up Highway 94. That's a good 4 to 5 hour bus ride to play the Spuds of Moorhead. Then they finish at home with 4. All right, now following the timeout with 6 minutes to go, play back underway. Clock ticking down, 6 to go. Oh my goodness. So if you're a Vikings fans, they just drafted McCarthy of Michigan as their quarterback. Just heard that from our producer, Paul Broden. But now back to more important things, high school lacrosse. Here comes the Red Knights. They lose it in the Hornet zone. Another flag on the play. I've never seen so much flags in a lacrosse match as I have tonight. Good for the referees to keep control of it, but here's that replay as the poke check from behind, then a little bit of a poke there. Sticks pushing. These kids must have so many bruises by the end of the year. They've just got to be. Unbelievable. All right, now clock stop with 5:34 to go. And with it is, I think that is Gus Bell, and they're setting it up. I often feels like if there's a director in a play and we're like, okay, you're that character, you're going to be there on the stage and you're going to be there. And then, all right, now we're going to action. And now we've got it. Red Knights with it. Nowhere else have I seen that in any other sport than boys and girls lacrosse, where they like position everybody before they start. Interesting. All right, now Red Knights with it. That is Hunter Payer. He's got a goal on the night. Came in with 7. He's got 8 on the year. Now Jack Anderson, who came in with 3, and he's got 2 going for his 3rd. He tried to bounce it, went wide left. And a stick now is loose in front of the net here. Here's Jack Anderson. And I'm not sure why that stick is there unless it's broken. And I think it is. And much like hockey, if you break a stick, you got to drop it or it's a penalty, which is a great rule for safety reasons, of course. And there's the broken stick. And the equipment manager coming out there. I don't know his name, but if I did, I'd give him kudos for that. And that was an Edina equipment manager. He was quickly in there and out. I played enough sports. Equipment managers are super important to the success of a team. Oftentimes part of the heart and soul. And let me talk about heart and soul. There's Jack Anderson, who's feeling some heart and soul right there with his 3rd goal of the night. And the Red Knights 15th, and now they've got an 11-goal lead. Bell, though, did a nice job of drawing out the defense, gave it up to Anderson, and boy, that was lightning quick shot as he beat Spindler over his head just inside that left post. And Jack Anderson will come off the field having played a great match with 3 goals, doubling his total tonight. He came in with 3, he's going to leave with 6. That's a good night. All right, 4:52 remaining. 15-4 is our score. And here's the official announcement, Jack Anderson. I think the assist should go to Bell. Now the ensuing face-off controlled again by the Red Knights. Nice spin around pass from number 2, Riley Murphy, to number 15, John Robbins, who's checked in, and he is shot, goes by the wayside, but it looks like the Red Knights are going to retain possession, and that's Gus Bell. Big leader on the team, leading scorer, if I'm not mistaken. He was coming in. I think he's going to be the leading scorer for the Red Knights when this one is concluded in just a few minutes. All right, now, Red Knights with it. Sky rolled. He's got a couple in the first half. Spins in. Nice delay. Gets poke checked away. Great defense by the Hornets there as it ends up in the basket of the Spindler. Now the outlet pass to the near side, to number 8, rushes it. That is Dylan DeBuck. DeBuck now finds open room. He's going to come in on his own, I thought. Why not? You're down 11 goals. Might as well from the defensive end. He doesn't get a lot of opportunities, but he must have sprinted at least 60 yards, and he had open space. Then he thought better of it and turned it around, and now the Hornets will set up their offense with approaching 3.5 minutes to go. Cooper Anderson takes a shot, pass into the slot, into traffic, and it's intercepted. Turnover, sky rolled, and he gets tripped, and he goes down, and we got flags all over the place, and a whistle stops the clock with 3:22 to go. And there he takes the shoulder from number 6, Vellner. Rolled. He is paying the price on that one. And I think Vellner, is he going to take a knee? Yep, I look over, and there he goes into the invisible penalty box on his knee. Meanwhile, clock stop with 3:22 to go. And the Red Knights with a player advantage and a big lead. Top of the key, Jack Anderson. Shot goes wide left and out of bounds. Stops the clock with 3:11 to go. Here's that replay. Just got a little wristy with it, I felt. And it went wide left. Now coming in front was Popane. He gets bumped off the ball, and it's loose. Spindler has it. And they're buzzing around him. Nice move by Spindler to use the net to elude the back check by Benilde. Meanwhile, Jack Anderson picks it up at midfield, right in there to Hunter Pear. He's unassisted in the goal. You knew he was going to deposit that one. That's his second, I believe, of the night. Maybe his third, if I'm not mistaken. Hunter Pear, he came in with 7, and no, it's his second. And boy, he snuck that right above his head or over his left earlobe and under the crossbar, and now it's 16-4. That's a 12-goal lead. That might be the mercy rule for the next 2:46. Great night here in St. Louis Park. And again, you are watching this broadcast courtesy of the taxpayers of St. Louis Park, the City Council. Glad to be here. I consider it a privilege and an honor to be able to broadcast these games. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. All right, now here come the Red Knights with 2:34 to go, and they're looking for more. Remember, they came off a tough loss against Jefferson by 1 goal. Jefferson leading the conference now in the Metro West, and that's got to be stuck in the craw of Red Knights, and it really showed tonight. They came out on fire, and they really have not let up all night long. Now to the near side off the bench, number 19, Owen Gearin is a junior midfielder. He gives it up to Gus Bell. Bell now, top of the key, checking in to number 8. That is Charlie Thorpe, the senior. Thorpe now will rush. He's got space, coming right in, takes a shot. And a nice save by Spindler as it gets deflected out of bounds. And now the Hornets will launch it into midfield with nobody home. And now coming off the sideline was number 32 for the Red Knights, trying to scoop, or 33, Cole Langevin. Now ball loose, tripping over each other, and another whistle. But the clock will continue to run. So the mercy rule is in effect, and it's being implemented. And now the Hornets have it. 1:22 to go. And a back check there. Cooper Anderson now to the far side. Rushing with it is number 2, Stocco. His shot goes just wide right. Also in nets for Benilde, substituting in Josh Imms, a sophomore, in relief of Esco. So number 14 in nets, you can see him right there getting some varsity experience. So good job by coaches getting in some younger players to get some varsity experience. Always valuable. It's never the same intensity in practice as it is in a varsity match. No question about that. All right, now here comes number 2. Stocco tries to beat the substitute goaltender Imms, and Imms able to deflect that just out of bounds, and the clock will continue to run. 27 seconds remaining. There he is, Josh Imms. I'm going to credit him with his first save, maybe first time in varsity experience, and it's always a special moment. He'll never forget it if this is his first time in a varsity match. All right, now with it, Hornets, 9 seconds, trying to come up with something late, and a save again by Ims, the sophomore, and he's loving it out there. It's as if he scored a goal. Look at Ims. You gotta love the enthusiasm. And they are excited for Ims and making that save, and they're really excited for the result of this match. So after 4 complete, our final score, 16-4. Red Knights go to 4-1. Edina falls to 3-1. So for Paul Broden, our producer, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.